Hey guys, I'm going to pull the car out here and I am going to go over everything that I bought for the car. The links will be in the description below. I do get a small kickback on them from Amazon. I'm not sure how much. I've never really messed with it too much. But I kept everything linked to Amazon and the Tesla store, which the Tesla store is just my referral link. But I'll go over everything in detail here. This video might be a little long because I went a little overboard and bought a bunch of shit. So yeah. Be right back. Let me pull out and I'll come grab you guys. Bird up. All right, here we go. We're going to start with the exterior, everything that I did. I'll link the stuff that I can, but obviously some stuff I can't. So let's start with the biggest purchase that I did for the exterior of the car was I did front end PPF. It is the entire front end, the mirrors, and goes to right here. And then I did get a 3-year ceramic coat, which they told me I guess goes on the Carfax. I have yet to put the wheel covers on yet that are linked below, but yeah, I already had, so within I think 1,200 miles I already had a rock chip. So if you're going to get a Tesla, it is quite the investment to pay for PPF. I think front end PPF is a good idea if you can afford it. Because there's no grill on these cars, there's no radiator, you just have this giant bumper that is just a giant target. So yeah, that is a major purchase. I would say it was right around $2,500 for everything. So, and that's actually on the cheap end. I have to go back still in about another week for them to look at the PPF, and then there's a few spots on the ceramic coat I want to point out to them, but it was a local place. Doesn't matter where I did it. Can't refer you guys to them because you're not local to me. So, but they did a good job, and I'm happy with it. Next exterior thing is mud flaps. These are the Tesla store ones for the front, and then the ones I have linked below from Amazon is front, rear, and then rear. So I ended up buying 3 sets of mud flaps by mistake. I didn't mean to, it just kind of happened. I watched a video early on where a guy had these, and Teslas are notorious for kicking up on the rocker panels and you ruin them very quickly. So just a heads up. One of the best investments you can get is mud flaps. At least get the front mud flaps if you're going to get anything. But yeah, I mean, you can get a full set, and I think the one I linked below is like $40. But I wanted to get the Tesla ones for the front just because, I don't know, Tesla, you know. And the way they go on is they just clip. So there's a clip there, and then there is a screw that you remove. I don't know if you guys can see that with me flipping you underneath here, but and then you just screw it in. The back ones are completely push, so they slide in behind the fender right here, and then you got just to push things in there, and most of these things come with the tools to do this. As far as the other exterior that was a bigger investment was window tint. So I always get window tint no matter what car I buy. I sit in my car sometimes for work for an hour doing paperwork, and the last thing I want is for people to be looking at me. Usually I just get normal window tint, but this time I got ceramic window tint. It was more expensive, and I also did the sun strip, and I also tinted the windshield with 70%. Basically 70% is clear, but because it's ceramic, it reflects the heat a lot better. And it hasn't gotten super hot yet, but I've had days that were almost up to 90 degrees, and you can tell a significant difference when you put your hand on that dashboard versus if it was not on there. Now, there is a tint on the roof, but as you can see, I have a sunshade. I highly encourage you to buy a sunshade. I have one linked below. It's this exact one. It doesn't fit the best right here. Maybe I'm doing something wrong, but it does its job. The one from the Tesla store is like $150, and it doesn't have the reflective foil. So on the back side of these, or the top side, I guess, it's like the reflective foil, like those foil blankets. And I can tell you right now, these window shades have made a massive difference. On those days when it was getting up to like 89, 87 already, these windows were cooking my melon. I was like a hard-boiled egg, especially for us that are more, I mean, for everybody, it's just going to be hot. And not to count, it's very bright. Now, will I take them out in the wintertime? I'm not sure. I kind of like the shade, so it's fine. So, but yeah, that should be everything that covers the exterior. I don't believe I missed anything. And like I said, everything will be linked below. I put little details next to each thing about what the link will take you to. I did the best I could. So let's start going over the interior, what I purchased. And once again, I went a little overboard. It is what it is. This is the foam mount, goes on the corner of the screen. As you can see, I also have a screen protector. I do suggest you get a screen protector, especially for the rear one if you have kids, because, you know, they'll drop kick the screen. Up here, it's a matte one. It helps with the reflection. So it is like, you know, but with the windows tinted, you don't get as much reflection, but still, you know, like I'm not putting my grimy little fingers all over the actual screen. I'm putting it on the screen protector. Side tip, the camera right here that watches you cannot see this phone mount. Now, do with that what you want. I'm just telling you that. So it doesn't really matter. And then I also have the side door mount. I actually bought this one from, I think his name's Jeremiah Jones, from his store. So go to his store. I linked just a generic one down below, but he's a pretty big Tesla YouTuber. He has his own store. I bought this directly from him. It is about $25 more than the one I've linked below, but you know, this one works pretty good. I don't really use it that much, I'll be honest, and I hit my leg off of it. And be careful, like when you're putting it together, that you don't have it hit off here. So make sure it's pulled forward. They're okay. This one seems to be the best, but if you need to do a quick, you know, touch of your phone to answer something, you know, the Popo can see that. The Popo cannot see that. So, I mean, whatever. It is what it is. So yeah, we've covered phone mounts, screen protector, and there is a screen protector for the back screen too. Next is radar detector. So some people like hardwire them in up here. I ain't trying to hardwire stuff. I ain't trying to get into the electrics of the car. No thank you. So I saw a video where a guy kind of made his own version of something like this, and I just kept researching, and it is linked below. It's a company that 3D prints these, and it's Amazon links, and you can get one for your specific Tesla, so make sure you buy the right one. The one I linked is for my car and my radar detector. So just, you know what I mean, like this is the Radon, I think R1, so just make sure you buy the right one. And then I had a really long cable, so I bought a 6-foot cable and linked that below. Then I also linked the wire clips I did. But basically you just get a pry tool for the interior. You run it along and put it in through here. You pop this side piece out. It really easy, just pops out with your fingers. And then you have it come in right here. I use those wire clips. Sorry if there's the reflection. I use those wire clips just to feed it down through there. So pretty simple. But yeah, radar detector. Not that I speed, but I've just always had a radar detector. And this thing was interesting to put together, but as long as you follow the directions, like you got to attach this piece to the base down below there. It's like a rubber mount, and it seems to work pretty good. Like there's no sticking onto the back of the screen, which I like. I don't want to put permanent stickers on there. Now I didn't want to put another permanent sticker on the windshield, so like my Kia, when I took that one off to like take it with me, that sticker was stuck. Like I would have had to have tried to peel it off. So I didn't want to do that again. So yeah. Moving on to what's in front of us here. I don't use these mounting things. They get so hot. Just use the plug or get one of those MagSafe. Sorry if you see my tobacco device. Sorry if you... Or get one of the MagSafe ones, but then that's another cord you have to run. Like, I keep my cord right there, and I run it through that, which I'll get into those trays, which I link some below. It's like a set of trays. I ended up buying multiple sets, just, you know what I mean? I was trying them out, trying to figure out which ones I like, and I like this version best. There's some money in there. I'll pull them out so you guys can see them a little better here in a minute. But I just basically grab my cable, charge my phone. When it's done, put it back in. Instead of having a permanent cable, I run around stuff, or those magnetic MagSafe ones. But yeah, I just put the silicone protector over this. My thought is, I'm going to have this car for a long time. I put a lot of miles on them. I'm usually pretty, I don't want to say rough on my cars, but I'm just in them a lot. So, and what happens, and I actually forgot to link this. I'll have to link one of these below, so keep an eye out for that. It's like magnetic and attaches, so it gives you a little compartment right here. It's really handy. Like I keep my wallet there. Obviously, I keep other things there, you know, whatever. But yeah, this one I found on, I don't even know, I didn't really link anything for these just because this was the only one I could find with like pockets on the side. It doesn't look pretty, but you know what I mean, it protects that interior piece right there. It's got the little pockets on there. I keep my little screen protector wipe in there, and some Donato's Pizza's $5 off any order. But yeah, I do recommend one of these. So yeah, I will 100% link you guys one down below as well. These are awesome. They just literally a big strong magnet. And then mine even came with the 3L, which we'll get into the 3LW3Y. It's linked below from the Amazon links, but it came with a little itsy bitsy box of tissues, which is adorable. So thank you for that. So yeah, I got that and the floor mats. So the floor mats are linked. I linked, I think, 2 different sets. So there's a complete set that has the metal pedal, and this is the driver's side, passenger side, back seat, trunk, frunk, and the back of the back seats. And then I also did sill guards. You know, I mean, just getting out of the car, you step on this stuff. The sill guards were kind of a pain in the butt to put in. You definitely need probably a pry tool would work, and you have to slide it up in there and slide it along. You got to feed it up in. I didn't get them lined up just perfect, but I'm happy with it for now. I may redo them at some point. So yeah, that was floor guards and floor mats and sill guards. That was like $400. Don't make the mistake, and no offense to the Tesla floor mats, just buy one from a third party because they just tend to be better quality. They fit better. The Tesla ones are cheap. I made that mistake with my Kia, and I bought like the rubber mats from Kia, and they were pieces of junk. And I've watched other videos where people have said similar things. I have front panel up here, just kick guards, because you know, like you're pushing the pedal, your dirty foot gets on the carpet right here. It's just something to protect right here. It's just Velcro. Velcro's right on. I know, I went overboard. They do make door ones, because I'm notorious for opening my door with my foot, but they require you to put like a double-side tape or Velcro on this material, and I don't want to do that. So I actually bought 2 different sets of I guess door inserts, if you want to call them that. These are the ones I end up liking. I believe I linked a set below. I can't remember. I think these ones came from I'd like to say Temu, but these ones they're like a little piece of Velcro up here that Velcros to the carpet, and it folds over, and it completely encapsulates the door pocket here, which is what I wanted. The ones that come from Tesla just like go down in there. They're kind of cheap, whatever. I bought 3 different cup holder inserts. So one of my only complaints with the Tesla so far is the cup holders. there's just too much pressure. Like, you try to put a can in there without this thing in there, and you have to, like, shove it. Like, and then it spills everywhere. It's denting the crap out of the can. So these ones were super snug. And I'll try to, I bought 3 of them, so I gotta figure out which one I linked, or which one I need to link. But this one, like, compresses the side pieces right here, so you can actually just use it like a normal cup holder instead of having to fight it. I'll show you what it looks like, but anybody that has a Tesla currently or buys one, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. I dislike those cup holders, but now it's fine now that I put that insert in it. I linked like a carbon fiber. This is just a mat. It literally just sits on here, but it's got like, and it's not sticky or anything. It is, but it just sits there. And it's thin enough to where you can still open and close all these. As you can see, there's another one right there. And it's just an extra protection thing for me. I don't really care about what it looks like. It's more just a protection thing. Like I said, I'm in the car a lot. I also have the other kick plate on that side. You don't know whose dirty ass feet are getting in your car. Let's see here, continuing. I linked below everything I'm using to clean the car. Oh, I guess the center console. I linked the center console. This one is a cheapie. It just wraps around, but the one underneath is actually really nice. It's actually like a silicone one, but it's so basic, and I wanted something soft to put my arm on. But this one actually like pops on there, which I'll try to link one below for that. Sorry, I keep holding on to that. I need to put it in my pocket. But this one like hooks on, so I just put both on, whatever. I put the leather shield below everything I use for cleaning and clean the interior. And I'll get into more detail about how I clean the car. Once again, you know, shout out to the other Tesla YouTubers that have showed me how to do this. This is nothing I've taught myself to do. I just watch and learn. I believe it was Jeremiah again. I can't remember his full channel name, but shout out to him. He is very helpful for new Tesla owners and just new people that want to learn about the Teslas, whatever. But yeah, I did do the leather shield. It's super basic. Like, you clean the seats with everything I have linked below. So I have like an interior cleaner, which is just like really a basic leather or basic interior cleaner. So it's kind of like just like alcohol. There's no scent to it, but it works really well. It sanitizes the interior. So you sanitize the leather first, and then you use the leather shear, and you just put it on. If it looks too shiny after about 5 minutes, you wipe it off. You put another layer on. It's super basic. There's tons of videos out there on how to specifically do it. Basically, I did everything. I did the steering wheel. I did this, you know, the bumper. I did the side doors. I did the seats. I did it all. So, let's see here. What else do we have? I did order a cover that's supposed to go right here, so it'll be for, even though this kind of goes down, but there's still some exposed carpet. So I ordered something, oh, I forget the website, but another one that ships directly from China. It's going to take probably, you know, 3 weeks to get here. But it's a little rubber guard that goes right here to protect that. I linked the center console thing. I'm still waiting on that one. It's coming. So it just protects the back center console here. I linked the seat protectors. They basically just, you feed them in here, and then they have little clips that just slide right in. So like, yeah, I'll kind of show you theirs so you can kind of see that one. They just pop right in there. And then I have another one over this for my 4-year-old because she loves to put her feet up. So, and then plus it's got her goldfish in it and stuff. So that's just like a basic one I bought. This back seat cover, I have the other one that's linked below. This one is actually just a WeatherTech one that I had used in my Kia. But I have the other one linked below in the frunk, and I'll use that for when I have to take the dog places. But yeah, I think I covered everything. I'm sure I missed some stuff. But yeah, if there's any questions, please ask. I bought a lot of stuff. So if there's questions about like, hey, should I buy this? Is it a waste of time? Which one of these do you recommend out of these? I spent way too much money. Let's just be honest. I go a little overboard when I get into stuff. You know, but I do agree the PPF, I'm going to be happy with that. As much as I drive, and I already had a rock chip in the front. The ceramic coat, like I want my car to look good. I'm using the rinseless wash, which I did it for the first time the other night because I had to wait a week after the ceramic coat. You're not allowed to wash it. Doing that rinseless wash was super easy. Once again, shout out to the Jeremiah guy. He showed me how to do the rinseless wash, so I followed the way he did it. I recommend, go watch his video. It's one of his top videos. So, yeah, I linked everything down below that I'm using. Rag Company, the sill guard, or the dirt guard for the bucket, the rags, the Optimum cleaner stuff. So yeah. This has already been a long enough video. I think I covered everything. Let me see here. I don't think I'm missing anything. Car seats are car seats. They fit fine in here. You know what I mean? Like, the car seats fit fine, but you can see, like, each one of these has these. I'll try and find a link on Amazon for these ones. But these were the only ones I found that were specifically like that, with the little bit of Velcro, and it, like, encapsulates the whole pocket, which is nice. Obviously, dust is a thing, and you can clean this car every day and it still gets dusty, but you can see how far the sill guards go up. Like, it covers this entire area. If you're looking at it probably looks like they're supposed to be here, but if you look at a Tesla that doesn't have it, like, it goes up underneath the seat right here. They're pretty nice. Like, I encourage you to buy the full set of mats with the sill guards, and you get a little discount. I put like 3 different links for them. So I would encourage you to buy the sill guards. They're kind of a pain in the butt to put in. Well, not really. I mean, they're not hard, but like you can see, they didn't line up there very well, but they do a good job. Like, I was impressed with how good they're doing. Yeah, I mean, I don't think there's anything else anything else I need to show. I think that about covers it. So yeah, see you guys. Bye.